I'm becoming an artist again. A while ago, I tried to teach myself how to draw hands in a week, and it was, it was a lot, but I think I didn't do half bad. But I had a lot of fun, and so I'm gonna do it again. Now, obviously, I can't try and draw hands again, because I already did that, and I already know how to draw them now. What's the next hardest thing to draw, you ask? Faces. That's right. This time around, I'm drawing faces, and there's nothing that anyone can do to stop me. Here are the rules. I'm not allowed to look up anything. No YouTube, no Google, no nothing. Okay, I'm going in with just my own common sense about how to do this. Rule number 2, I can't ask anyone for help. I have friends that know how to draw. I will not be speaking to them. I'm gonna figure it out on my own. Last but not least, rule number 3, one shot, no redos, no practice, just one start to finish attempt at drawing a face per day. So I get 7 shots at this thing, and then we'll see if I've actually learned it. Now, I've been thinking about it, and I'm going in with a little bit of a game plan. I don't want to go in and just not know what I'm doing and then not figure out how to draw every part of a face, because there's a lot of parts of the face, There's at least 3. So for the first day, I need to figure out how to actually, draw the head shape, because that's, step 1. That kind of is where everything else fits in, and if I can't do that, I'm never going to draw a face. Alright, so basically, things didn't go well. The shape is not terrible. The shape is not that terrible. I mean, you can see some of the things where, right there, I realized that where I put the ears made the head too short, and so then I had to, redraw stuff. I don't know what I was doing with the eyes. I mean, most of the stuff is just thrown on there because my focus for this one was just the head shape. And like I said, not that terrible. I won't lie, not getting the head shape right on the first go around is kind of a setback. According to my game plan, I wanted to get the head shape right on the first day, and the second day was either going to be head shape or drawing the eyes, which I think is one of the hardest parts. And I really wanted it to be eyes, and it's not. But that's okay. We can still recover from this, because who knows, maybe when I focus on the eyes tomorrow, I just nail it first go. So it's time to draw. Not bad, huh? Okay, so it's a little bad, but I do think it's better than yesterday, which is, not hard. The ears are a little nicer. I think the overall face shape's a little nicer, because I didn't go for, the pointed jaw or anything like that. You'll notice that I also didn't go for any distinct features, really, like a mouth or eyes or nose, because that's for another day. That's not for today. Overall, I think the head shape is solid enough to keep moving. I don't feel nervous about being behind on the game plan or anything like that. So that means tomorrow I gotta focus on the eyes. I have had 2 important realizations. The first one is that it's gonna be really, really hard to try and draw a nondescript face that's no one in particular. Last time I had my own hand to go off of. This time, the first 2 times that I've done this, I haven't had any face to go off of. It's just been a nondescript face. And that's a terrible idea. So naturally, the only logical and not at all self-absorbed choice is to draw my own face. I'm going to use this picture from me filming a self-tape for reference. We'll see how it goes. The other realization I had is that I don't want to draw up here because it's annoying to move my computer stuff every time I need to draw. So I'm going to go draw downstairs. All right, let's do it. All right, so it's time for attempt number 3. Unfortunately, I am a little bit behind on the game plan because I had to add in the fact that I'm drawing myself and not just a nondescript face. The face shape isn't quite right, but I also need to focus on the eyes today. I also realized that by making it myself, I do technically need to draw my hair, but I'm counting that as a bonus and I'm going to ignore it most of the time. Let's take a crack at it. Alright, moment of truth. I'd say that's not half bad. I mean, obviously, there's definitely some stuff to fix, the eyes aren't quite lined up right, the nose isn't great. The hair doesn't look half bad. I wasn't even going to try the hair, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Overall, I think that's a pretty serviceable number 3. Alright, well, on to number 4. Well, it's time for attempt number 4. Game plan for day 4 was to work on the eyes some more. So if I can nail those, I can be in a really good spot. Also, since I'm using the reference picture, I've decided that I'm going to have a surprise twist. But more on that later. As for right now, I'm going to get to drawing. So we regressed a little bit. Now, granted, part of it was that I was fighting with my pen for a bunch of that. You can see in the bottom corner, there's me attempting to get the pen to restart a bunch of times. But that's no excuse. I can't blame my pen for my subpar art. Funny enough, I think every part of it is actually worse than the last one. But that means I can still grow. And I will grow. On to number 5. So I'm in a new place. I moved. But that doesn't mean that I get a break from attempting to draw my own face. So, time for attempt 5. I'm hoping that it goes better than attempt number 4. We'll see. So I did kind of throw the game plan out the window on that one. Not because it's bad, but just because I needed to, fix the 4th attempt. And all things considered, I think not half bad. Here are the problems. I think the hair's a little tall. I think the nose is a little off proportionally. And I think the lips are a little wide. However, eyes and eyebrows are spot on, and face shape is pretty spot on, I think. So basically, I feel good about it, especially given that the surprise twist is coming. Alright, this one's the last go-around before the surprise twist that I was talking about, so it's important. Game plan for this, fix the nose. I think that's the big thing, is fix the nose. Genuinely, I did not think that that was going to be the hardest part. But I'm ready, so I'm going to do it. Yeah, so it's bad. I don't really know how I regressed that much. And I don't even know if the nose looks better, which was the focus. And the eyes look weird, and the mouth got horribly messed up because I just messed up. You know, they say the night is always darkest before the dawn, and it is very dark right now. Very. Oh, the next one is gonna be tough. It's time. It's time for attempt number 7, and I am terrified. This is the last attempt, which means I can tell you the surprise twist. I decided that since I was using a reference picture for the other 6 attempts, that for the 7th one I was not going to use a reference picture, and I was going to maybe try and draw a different expression, but still my face. Based on how the other attempts have gone, I am terrified of that. But I stick to my guns, so I'm going to do it. I have no reference picture. I'm just going to try and draw this. And I hope that it at least looks like me a little bit. I'm really scared. Well, this is it. Last one. Grand reveal. Huh? Huh? All things considered, I think I did a good job. I think it's good. Also, I made him happy, which is really fun. He's all smiley and stuff. I thought it was a nice touch. I think it looks somewhat like me. I think there are still problems with it, but I think every single one of these has problems, and it was never gonna be perfect. So, I feel good about it. So basically, just like last time, I'm an artist now. In all seriousness, though, I didn't think it was going to be perfect, and I didn't want it to be perfect, because at the end of the day, I got better, and that's all that matters.